Hello. Hey everybody, and well, welcome to Monday, the start of another week, and you're all very welcome back to another Microsoft Flight Simulator stream, the Coast Starlight, Part 3. Yes, we're getting through it. Hello. We're on the ground here in a place called Chico, and we're going to be rambling over to Redding Municipal Airport, and then finally over to a place called Klamath Falls, which is kind of weird. I didn't see any falls there. There's rapids there, but no falls. Place names, we'll figure them out as we get along. So that is our plan for this evening. We are live on the North Europe server. If you guys would like to join in, I'd only ask that you use GA aircraft, no airliners for this one, please. It's got to be GA all the way, as another catchphrase is used. Anyway, how are yous? How was your weekend? We were doing a lot of, flying around in the Casement Aerodrome and Shannon regions over the weekend. We were over on Join FS, and we even got some ATC up and running. A big shout out to Epic Fool, my dude, for all the help getting us set up on Euroscope. It was really funny. It was controlled chaos and pandemonium, and it kind of worked. So it was great to see. And yeah, here we are at the start of another week. We're looking forward to the world update next week for the UK and little old Ireland. Let's hope. Chico, Redding, and then Klamath. The route command is wrong, says Alison. Yeah, we'll fix it. Science and buttons and Murphy. Never add the three of them together. Maybe add two of them together, but rarely. But anyway, it's time to say hello to some peoples who have rumbled in. Great to see you. So, let me see. Who has rumbled in? We have. Ben McClure is here. He says, you're not late. I am. Good to see you, my dude. John E. is here. Happy Monday. Wayland Utani has rumbled in. Colonel Fork is in the house. Shannon Tower. Wait, that was yesterday. I'm just waiting to hear the call sign. You know, Shannon Tower. This is a Mooney Typhoon with information fork. Can't wait for that. Alison Johnson is in the house. Good to see you. Scott Voigt rumbles in. Annalisa is here. Not on the dark side. She says, hello. Currently burning here on the light side. Turn off the light. It's too bright. It'll be grand. But I am enjoying ourselves. I'm enjoying streaming. How do we say that with it? Hang on. English, Murphy. Yeah, I can speak it. We'll try it. Okay. I was enjoying myself on Twitch the other night. It's better. See, that made sense. I knew it could make sense. Been thinking for future streams, shall we dip our toes once again into the dark side on Twitch? We shall see. But Annalisa, it's great to see you. Larson202 is in the house. He says, hello, Murph and Fireflies. Good to see you, my dude. Dougal McTavish has rambled in. Great to see you, Dougal. I hope all is well with you. Papa Joe B is in the house. Johnny says, happy Mooney Day. I like that. My t-shirts arrived today. I purchased t-shirts from myself, which is the Flying Circus ones, and they look awful nice. Johnny, big tip of the cap to you, my dude, for the design. The force is strong. Lewis Blair, CDN Taz has rambled in. Good to see you. Andrew Hill is here. Are you digging the tunage? Toe tapping from the get-go. Waltons is in the house. Good to see you, my dude. Peter Pepman rambles in. He goes, how's it going in sunny Ireland? It actually wasn't too bad today. I'm in the throes of kind of a head cold. I've been sneezing and coughing earlier on, but it is just a head cold. But I'm grand. It kind of breaks in the afternoon and then I'm fine. But in the morning, I have the super deep radio voice. You know when you start getting a sore throat or whatever, or like a head cold, and your voice kind of changes to the real deep voice. I had that earlier on. I should have recorded me talking, but instead you're stuck with me now. Philip Breen is in the house. Good to see you, my dude. Ben McClure says, congrats on the 4.8 thousand, Murph. I know, right? Huge. We're getting many subscribers here in the land of YouTube, and I thank you all. Mr. Zed is in the house. He says, hello. Good Monday evening to you. And the same to you, my dude. Ian Smith is here. He says, hi. Hi. Hope you're keeping well. Dale Jones is here. He says, hi, everyone. Happy Blue Monday. I hope you're all feeling happy instead of sad. It's always happy. It was like in Florida. It's always sunny in Florida. And then we got clouds. But we won't worry about that, Dale Jones. It's always happy, especially with this sort of music. There has to be lyrics found for this. We shall see. Captain Sickbag is in the house. He says, good evening, Murph, and everyone else here. Good to see you. Big Ears 60 has rambled in. He says, good evening. Scott says, yeah, if I am on JoinFS, stand by for CTT. Yeah, it's you've had a couple. So with JoinFS, we had, well, we're using JoinFS, but we also had the Simcom X, which is the little radio. And it's a cool little program because if you have your push to talk, after you speak, it gives the... So you're like, hello, how are you? Good to see you. I like the noise. But yes, it's all good. Well, it says, one of these days, Sobo needs to figure out how to show planes. I'm pretty sure many of the tail dragger bonanzas here are actually wackos. Yes. Tony Robinson has rambled in. Good to see you. Aviator Geek 99J is here. He says, ahoy. Ahoy, ahoy. Good to see you. WB1990 rambles in saying, hello, hello. It's all good. Phil Boardman's here. He says, hello all. Wisdom SP. Good day, fellow aviators. Good to see you, my dude. Shiny Enderman 999 is in the house. Happy Monday to you. Damien McGinn is here. He says, where are we flying? So we're going to go from Chico via Redding up towards Klamath Falls. Looking forward to it. We're getting very close to Oregon. And then it'll be on into the state of Washington. As we're in part 3, I reckon we have another 2 parts left. 2 parts left? This is flying. Did you see what I did? But it's flying. But yes, that is the plan. Catbat9 is in the house. He says, hello, hello, happy Monday. Catbat9 is, well, he's doing kind of epic things flying around the world, as he does. I've been following him along on Discord, and be sure to follow him too. Oh, and did you notice that thing? It took me ages. And a big shout out to Gibbo Ireland for the tutorial video on Sim Toolkit Pro. I've noticed there's an update for it here this evening. I'm not going to go near it until it's sorted. But yes, big shout out to Gibbo Ireland. And Jepson 2001, the man, the myth, the legend, has rambled in. Jepson, it's good to see you, my dude. Congratulations on the epic success of Casement Aerodrome. I was speaking to, officially I was speaking to the Irish Air Corps today. They love it. We'll have something more on that possibly later in the week. Who else? It's busy. Johnny is here. He's saying hello to the people. Wisdom says it's in the description. Seamus McNeil is in the house. Cybo Man Drew rambles in. Gentlemen, good evening. I hope you're keeping well. Let me see. Bad Dog rambles in. He's a great dog. Great to see you, my dude. Hope you're keeping well. Kenneth Fitzpatrick is in the house. He says, good evening, Murph. Is that Flight Sim 2020 you have there? Correct and right. Moose Knuckle Life has rambled in. Good to see you. Chippy A is in the house. Gavin Knott is here. Good evening to you, my dude. Who else? Kendra has rambled in. Good evening. Scotland 737 Project says, evening one and all. I hope we're all doing absolutely fantastic. Great to see you, Scotland 737 Project, my dude. He's hand building the Blériot amongst flying other fantastic routes. I'm following you along on YouTube as well, my dude. Best of luck with it. Shuffle Shoes John rambles in. He says, hi Murph, how are you? Good, good. It's I've been working at home for the last couple of days, and it's been busy. Work's been busy, but also the flight simulator stuff has been busy. I've been quite busy. Next weekend, hopefully, all going well, a radio station. Many thanks for the follow, Eastbirds. Radio station, Blue Sky Radio, with the fantastic Willie Canuck on the Haggis and Poutine show, is going to have, well, they're going to have Little Al Murphy talking for a while on the radio. The radio voice is starting to pay off, and I'll talk about things and stuff and some other things and then some other stuff. So that's going to be on next Sunday, all going well. I'll confirm it during the week at 1400 Zulu time. Once we get the tip of the cap from Willie Canuck that all is well, I'll post links during the week so you guys can have a little listen in and giggle. Because you probably will giggle if you hear my voice and don't see my face. It'll be weird, I know. Anyway, Red Dragon CYM is here. He says, good to be with you all again. Indeed. Who else? Pat Laras has landed. He says, yay, here we go. Absolutely, dude. Danny Eds is here. Good to see you. Kevin Riley's in the house. Happy Monday. Randy Hurst is here. Evening all. Hope we might get a peek at Crater Lake today. We'll have a look. Fly Darren is here. Wackadoo, wackaday, he says. Happy Monday to you. Alan Conroy rambles in. Greetings to the Supreme Dude in Dublin. Good to see you. Who else do we have? Cyberman Drew says, gonna get my sim and stream booted up. Nice. Monkey Snatch is in the house. He says, evening Murph, mods, fireflies. Happy Monday. Sweet. Oh look, the route is all wrong. I need to fix that. Yeah, don't type in exclamation mark route. I didn't update it. Whoops. That'll put them all off. It's actually a good thing. We know where we're going, right? That's the main thing. Yorkshire Pud 63 rambles in. Good to see you, my dude. Now, let me see. Dale Jones says, woohoo, this is way better than working. Uh-huh. Now, where are we at? He's got more catchphrases than an 80s game show host, says Chippy. Do you remember catchphrase? How could you not remember catchphrase? Look at this thing. It's the... Holy mug. Did you see that? It's pure excitement. I can't wait to get started. Just as well there's damage turned off. That could have been just disaster. But yes, now let me see. Mrs. Two-Tone must not have done the quality check. No, and well, that's a rookie mistake by Murph. So I'll take the I won't say the pain, but like, issue me with, like, you know, shoddy craftsmanship. Really, really bad. But yes, Peter Pascoff's in the house. He says, thank you for the stream. I was stuck watching Captain Canada and a static frame of the plane and a dog. Captain Canada rather, is great fun to watch. Great on the tube liners, my dude. But you're very welcome along here. This is more of the GA stuff. Do like the GA stuff. Now, where else? Wisdom SP is here. He says, hello, Murphy. Good to see you, my dude. Simon Murray's in the house. Happy Monday. Chippy A says, information fork. Joni's in the house. Eastbirds Lee is here. Happy Monday to you, my dude. Goblin 2Biz says, hi, just arrived from Frisco with my MB339. I'll change the plane now. Nice. Keith Farrell's in the house. He says, hi, Murph, and hi, all. Keith here from County Louth. The live stream, it should be good tonight. Let's hope. So Neil is in the house. Hi, Murph, and all. Just listening in tonight. Still have some work to do the finishing touches on. Absolutely. Walton says, yay for Twitch. Annalisa, yes to the dark side. More of it, please. But yes. Quarter Fork says, I got my Route 66 t-shirt today. Nice. Pedro Marquez in the house is, hi, Murph, and hi, guys. It's busy here tonight. There's a lot of people in. If I forget anyone, just say hello again, or say, Murph, you forgot me, you dope. Say hello. Who's this? Philip Holdcroft is here. Happy Monday to you. Hope you're keeping well. Technic Al rambles in. Wisdom says, are you flying with live weather? It's windy here in North California. So the wind here is 310 at 20 knots, gusting 30. That's like, do you know that scene in The Wizard of Oz when the house blows over and it knocks over the Wicked Witch of the East? Wasn't that at the start? I think it was. Yeah, that's the sort of weather we have. We're not in Kansas now, Toto. It's rough weather. So let's see what happens here, shall we? Who else? Hopefully happy F-15 launch week. Yes, the F-15 is due to be launched this week. Colonel Fork, absolutely right. Even though our real aircraft radio doesn't do the squelch break. Yeah, but for us, it's cool. It's. I was talking to the radio and I was using old, when I used to play Toy Soldiers voice procedure. Shannon Tower, message over. I'm only short of putting the face paint on. And, you know, flying like some sort of a military person. Anyway, that's not important. Kieran Martin, 6 knots, is in the house. Good to see you, my dude. Patrick the SpongeBob. Absolutely, Annalisa. Ghost Rider 115 has rambled in. Who else? It's busy, guys. It's very busy. B707 Jet Gios is here. He says, evening two-tone on the Fireflies. Good day to you, sir. Spitfire RAF 100 is here. Happy Monday. Kingsman 9965 says, good evening from Liverpool. Good evening from Tipperary. Dude, I hope you're keeping very well indeed. Small Anja is in the house. Hello. Philip Breen is here. He says, well done. Well, many thanks, my dude. Now, things and stuff sounds terribly fascinating. Things and stuff. Do you know what I mean? I'm becoming famous, says Peter Peppermint. Could you imagine? Master Gamer is here. He says, I got the London City Pack yesterday. I have no regrets. Is that the one from Orbex? It's pretty cool. Colonel Fork says, will you get a copy of the radio broadcast to download? I probably will, yes, and I'll play it back. I'll put it as my ringtone or doorbell or something like that, so people always have to listen to it. But yes. Kieran Martin says, did you see Gripper Sim's recording software for playing back your flight sim after the fact from whatever angle you want? It's a beta. it's worth a look. I've had a look, yes. So it's basically a replay mode for your flight sim. And it's over on the Reaction Review channel, which is run by Gripper Sim. And I'll try and drop a link there. He's another Irish content creator, I suppose, heavily involved with flight simulation. And he's a real-world pilot and also flight instructor. So be sure to check out Gripper Sim. His channel is a lot of fun. It's what's he call it? The Crazy Madness. He calls it Crazy Madness. And it is crazy, and it is quite madness. But yes. Elaine Benny is here. Good to see you. Draco X RPG is in the house. Good to see you. He says, what type are we flying today? This is the Coronado YMF5 Wacko. It'll be forever known as the Wacko. And I was watching the Kermit Weeks. You guys watch Kermit Weeks? I've only found Kermit Weeks. Type into YouTube, Kermit Weeks, and Fantasy of Flight. And he bought one of these, and he flew it from Sedona down to Florida. Epic. The man is brilliant. Do you know when you find, like, a YouTube gem? It's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to watch this. And then you, like, binge watch every single episode, and then you think, like, you actually know that person better than themselves. It's like, oh, there's your man. I know that man. But yeah, Kermit Weeks, check him out. Who else? Count Zeppelin is here. Nighty Night Owl on Twitch. Very good. I like the name. But good evening to you. Keith says, the Irish Aircore scenery, I like. What do you think about the Wacko? The Wacko is fantastic. We're on the North Europe server, yes. Johnny says, food. Laqued says, hello. Good to see you. Autocorrect, absolutely. It's going to be one of those nights, isn't it? But we'll try and get down through the chat quickly, and we'll say hello. Warhamster says, evening all. Tiger Wacko, I see. Good to see you, Warhamster. But it is a fantastic aircraft. Alex P. Keaton is in the house. He says, hey, Murph, evening all. As in, Tigger Wacko. Tigger Wacko. I see what you did there. It makes total sense now, and I wasn't lost at all for a moment. Now, let me see. What are the two helicopters on 2020? What are the two helicopters? Not sure, dude. Over on Join FS, I was flying an X-plane in a chopper, but in FS 2020, it looked like a Cessna, hovering. We're working on that. We have some stuff to fix that. But yes, we shall see. Trig ZD is in the house. Good to see you, my dude. Lucas27 is in the house. Happy Monday. David Martin, evening Murph, and everyone in chat, he says, you're very welcome aboard, my dude. Now, let me see. It makes it easier to know when a message is over. It does. It's very good. So let me see. If I missed anyone, just tell me I missed you. And we'll get going, I think. Trub has rambled in. Good to see you, my dude. Philly Roach is here. Daniel Booker rambles in. Good to see you. There's all sorts of craziness happening on the screen. There's always that one person. Hang on, we can do this. And it's fixed. Sort of, almost, kind of. Who else? George George Mestricky is in the house. Hello, George. So, yes. Now, let me see. This is the Coronado Wacko. So we're going to get this machine started, then we're going to say hello and thank you to some people, and then we're going to get going. Does that sound like a cunning plan? I should hope so, that it does. So, let's see. Wayland says, it's a great plane, but it still needs a bit of work. The EGT and CHT and fuel flow don't work as of yet. And I wonder if it's really such a beast in ground handling. I like it. And only because it's different, it flies well, it handles well. No, we need them, Murph. They're parking brakes. Fuel shut-off valves in, but it's not to say that they can't improve it, absolutely. So battery and alternator coming on. We'll get our beacon lights and our nav lights turned on. At this stage, we're going to say clear prop. A clear prop. Fuel pump. And we'll go for a start. It's alive. Now, I actually had a real issue with this the other night, as in none of these things worked. I lost all heading stuff, which is really scary. But we should have it back working now again. So we're going to taxi down to the active runway, and then we're going to get going. So our first leg here is going to take us from Chico up to Redding. It's relatively short, and the altitude is going to be quite low, and it's just to ease our way into the flight, so we get used to what's going on, I would think. So with that said and done, standby can go to altitude mode. Oh yeah, we want the cover open because that just looks cool when we fly. So what we're going to do, park and brake comes off, add a bit of power. Come on, Betsy. Don't mind all the other planes where everyone just kind of surrounded me and sandwiched me in. Lovely country. Philippines says, hope everyone is having a great night. You too, my dude. So we're going to taxi down this direction. Isn't this view like the coolest thing you've ever seen in like Oahu? So again, winds 310 at 20 knots, gusting to 30. Temperature is 20 degrees Celsius and dew point is -4. So the weather be crazy up this neck of the woods. So let's see what happens. The center of gravity is so wrong in the Waco. It is. Well, at least it's saying it is. Like, if the center of gravity was that way off, it would tip over, like, it would just tip over. So I think it's just more like to do with the settings in the sim or in the aircraft configuration, in which you can change that if you want. But we're best to wait for a bit of an update here. KR85 is in the house. Good to see you, my dude. Pat says, well, the lurch to the left comes a bit sudden and strong, if you ask me. It does. You'll see it on the rollout here when we try to take off. But I'm having so much fun in this machine, it's ridiculous. Peter Pascal says, loading into sim and joining just to grab a beer. I approve, my dude. I approve. Taxing is okay. Taking off, however, is... Whoop! It's a lot of... Whoa, look at this on the grass. What a rookie mistake. Hang on, we go to this view, look. Ah, yes. Isn't that... That's nicer. Now, according to the meter, there should be... we should have few clouds at 2,500 feet. I don't see them. So what we're going to do... I'm going to manually edit the weather. Is that a good idea? I might manually edit the weather to match a meter. Or we can just run Rex, but I might do it this way. Just to kind of show you. Do you know what I mean? Pat says, I love it once it flies through, or once it flies though, and it is amazing in VR. This thing is incredible in VR. The sense of... It's just incredible, because as you're flying along in this view, you know, and you lean your head out and look, it's just incredible. It's fantastic. Oh, and 593 is in the house, and Elisa says, oh no, buttons. You see, I don't see any clouds, and there should be clouds, few clouds at 2,500 feet. So don't mind me now as we just park here for a moment. So this is how to do it. We're going to change the weather. So we're going to say, right, we want a few clouds, right? And we need to change this to 1019, according to the meter. Temperature, boost you up to about 20 degrees. Thank you. That'll do. 19.5 will do. That's all okay. Wind layer. So we're going to go 310 at 20 knots. And then we want to gust this to about 120%. Also at 310. Something like that. Yeah, a degree won't really matter. And then get rid of these clouds and these clouds, because we only have a few clouds at 2,500 feet. So bring the coverage back and scatter. How's this looking? Ah, yes, it's looking better, isn't it? Right, so we're going to go with that. Now, where did I end up? Yeah, I got out of everyone's way. Did you see what I did there? Alison says there's no clouds, but it's windy. Yeah, it's according to the meter, there's like few clouds at 2,500. Just a tad bit blustery. It was like here the other day, no clouds and 50 knot winds. Ooh. We have a follower. Don't mind me. I just got out of the way of the active so everyone could take off. Come on, Betsy, you can do it. That needed a whole lot of stuff going on. 2.5, Murph. Ah, that'll do it. Right, no more pressing buttons, I promise. Southwest says, wait for me. Don't worry, we will. We'll wait for everyone. So you guys get taken off. It'll be a left-hand pattern. Work yourselves around the airfield. We'll get up there now in a moment. This California, the clouds burn off pretty quickly. Interesting. Okay, so at this stage, it is time to say hello and thank you to some peoples. Colonel Fork says, I have clouds and wind on live. Ah, cool, okay. Is it cloudy, Colonel Fork? Anyway, at this stage, I want to say hello and thank you to the different memberships that we have going on the channel, and I'm very, very grateful for all of this, guys. It's not at all required. I've never envisaged the channel making any sort of financial gain. It's just, this is a hobby to me, and if you guys are enjoying it, and we've carved out our own little community, mission accomplished. In saying that, I'm very, very grateful for the people who are supporting the channel. It kind of allows us to do stuff, you know, buy add-ons and you know, streaming equipment and the like. Few clouds, not quite scattered. Oh, I'll leave it be. Anyway, I just want to say hello and thank you to some peoples. So, first up, we have our flight crew. A big shout out to Ford Entertainment Group, Gary Deaton. Deaton or Dayton? I think it's Deaton. Goblin 2Biz, Nathaniel Davin, Samson Video, B Pod, Bell Bro, Sir Neil, Wayne Mason, Tomo Randall, The Exclusive, Blairio Club, Lee Russell, Alaska 559, Merlin Flyer, Fly Darren, Peter Own Knock Name, Mac Shiggity Pilot, Austin Butenbach, Tyler Park, Rogers RC 75, Jack Meek, Andy Shaw, Ricky Callagher, William Contino, John E, Peter Fast Pete 84, Tim Middleton, Catbat 9, Red Dragon CYM, Nick Stratford, 24K Shano, WB 1990, Tarvuti, Hal Jor, Burned Barsh, Papa Joe B, and Ethan Short. Many thanks, my dudes. Ooh. Tasty beverage on a Monday night. Next up we have our co-pilots, and a big shout out to Kepmo 25, John Morris, Wayne Prefontaine, Blair Voyage, Big Ears 60, Noel K, Kingsman 9965, Dale Jones, Tony Robinson, John Ambler, Rolly Mal 9, Mark Dyson, Rudiger Odenbach, Dougal McTavish, Oz Flight Simmer, Chippy A, Mad C 888, Sean Leo, Bad Dog, he's a great dog, Pilot Peely, Samuel Dye, Patrick Cullen, Brian Spain, Ludos Regan, and Philip Breen. My thanks as always to you, my dudes. Cheers and sláinte. And now we have Peter Paskoff after joining somewhere. Where'd he join? Where'd he join? We need to see. We need to see. What button did he press? Welcome to the flight crew. Peter Paskoff, many thanks, my dude. Fair dues and fair dinkum. I appreciate that. Next up then we have those who watch us on Twitch. How's the volume, by the way? It's loud with airplanes, isn't it? Get taken off. So those over on Twitch, also co-pilots. We give a big shout out to Naughty Gnome, Colonel Fork 85, Alison Johnson, Cool Sax 98, Lukester 911, MJ Daiso, Hawk Driver 101, Brandon Lowe, Ibuprofen 007, Big Ears 60, Captain Bombasso, Andy Brown 7, Wayne Prefontaine, Annalisa, Neon Jedi, Goodness Ig, Ilka Bonza, Frugos 1, Zarul, Lord PJG, Jacob Mossad, Blair Voyage, Wayne Butler, Arsh Am MG, Phildus Twitch, Big Shot Muffy, Eyes 909, Flying Harp 1, Care 85, Jememo, Hazmat 58, Funky Tex, Test Pilot 72, Cyberman Drew, Nighty Night Owl, Scotland 737 Project, Seamus McNeil, Wiganner 99, Nomad G58-2, Jan Moorkamp, and Refhat 21. The amount of people on Twitch is getting nuts, but cheers and thank you, and many thanks, my dudes. Ooh, tasty beverage on a Monday night. It's very important this time of year. And last but not at least, we have our pilots in command, and a big shout out to Ed Reed, Gibbo Ireland, Jan Moorkamp, Warhamster, Tortuga Gaming, Dangerous Brian, Daza T Arab, Dave Cobain, Cybo Man Drew, Andrew Brown, Jepson 2001, Scotland 737 Project, Ailerons into Wind, Sticky Rice, Alison Johnson, Scott Voigt, Mark O'Gorman, Seamus McNeil, Colonel Fork 85, and Annalisa. My thanks, as always, for your continued support. I really do appreciate it, guys. Honestly, there are no words. I keep working on words. I'll figure out a new word. But the most sincere thank you of... and show of gratuity, if you like, that I can give. And thank you all very, very much indeed. You are awesome and fantastic. And I thank you. Ooh. Oh, tasty beverage. The mixture, it's not great. So who else has rambled in? Joe Smo's in the house. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Monday. I wish it was Friday. It's Monday. Cloud Chaser is here. Good to see it. He says, Murph, use the normal aircraft, not these old ones. But these are fantastic. Colonel Fork says, here's for the Join FS fun and 80 service over the weekend. Let's fein August Damunshore. I am no teacher. I am literally a follower, but Colonel Fork, thank you very much for the donation, my dude. Really do appreciate it. I'm trying to think of a worthy comeback. Gorav Milia Mahaguth. Mokara. Tasty. But many thanks, my dude. Warhammer said you're going to have to start earlier to get all these names read out. Or maybe have them scroll up the screen or something. No, well, maybe. No. You guys have taken the trouble to do your thing, and at the very least, even if there's like 1,000, I'll go through each and every one of you. I will say hello and thank you to all of you. It might just mean we'll have to adjust the loading times. And, yeah. So here's the trick when you're flying this thing. Don't mind me, I'm just kind of scooching ahead of you. You have to turn on the wheel lock, or the tail wheel lock. Now, I've been some sort of a genius. I've bound it to my joystick so I can flick a little button and it'll stop moving. So it means I can use the rudder pedals and the plane ain't going nowhere. And I turn it off and the plane goes where I want it to go. Do you get me? So with that said, squawking lights are on. Let's boogie. Power coming in. Airspeed is slowly getting there. Now, with our 30 knot gusting... Ooh, look at that. Steady. 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 Keep it some way down there. My legs are going bananas here now. They'll be like Annalisa. They're just a blur. And that's good. And we're airborne. Oh, the wind hitting us there, look. Walking, talking, and squawking. I like that. Flight Aaron says, it's like the scene from The Aviator up here. Ben McClure says, sorry Murph, I gotta go and take the dog out, enjoy the flying, and wacka 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 wacka. Who else? John Baranco's in the house. He says, hello all. Gibbo Ireland's in the house. V-ring with you all tonight. Gibbo, it's good to see you, my dude. Happy Monday. See you later's in the house. Hi, Murph and Fireflies. Greeting from Quebec lands. Good evening to you, my dude. You're very welcome along. So, it was a sporty takeoff, but the good news is we have some sort of instruments. And I don't mean the musical kind. So we'll have a look up here. Isn't this a nice view? Isn't this tasty? It's just nice. So we bring up our little VF4 map. We're kind of heading in the same direction, but we're going to fly around the airfield to make sure that everyone else got airborne. So I am loving the Wacko. It's just fun to fly. So we're going to level out at 2,000. We're not going to venture above it. So we bring our engine RPMs back here just a little bit to stop it roaring at us. And you know it was mad, right? We're flying around Shannon at night time. And if the tower didn't vector you, it's, in this thing, forget it. It's so hard to see. Yeah, Murph, it's nighttime. No, I know that, but like, it is relatively so hard to see. Because the night lighting in this machine, it gets rid of any other light. It's weird. Orlando Aviator is in the house. Good to see you, my dude. Keen Afford rambles in. He says, hello, am I late to the party? It's a night of nights. We have Dale Jones has upgraded his membership to the pilot in command. Holy Magoli. Hang on. Many thanks, my dude. Cheers and sláinte. I really appreciate that. Dale, thank you very much. Ooh, tasty beverage on a Monday night. Shiny Animal says, can we have some cool Wacko music? I suggest the 2010 World Cup song. Warren Smith has rumbled in. He says, greetings from Cape Town, South Africa. Good day to you, Blue. I hope you're keeping well. Many thanks for joining us here. I don't think of any of that sort of music, dude. But let's see how we go, shall we? So we're just kind of flying around. Where's the button? Here it is. We're heading south with the wind behind us. You'll notice our speed is absolutely booting it. So it's going to be a left turn. We're going to head over to 060. You should be able to follow along. We have the old gadget down the bottom of the screen. That'll give you my heading altitude, which is too high, Murphy, and speed and all that kind of good stuff. Southwest 2115 is in the house. He says, greetings from New York. Hello from Tipperary, my dude. So how was all your weekend? Did you get to do everything you had planned to do? Or is, you know, you gotta wait till next weekend? Or have you started any projects, or maybe you've started some flights, you've started a new adventure, and you're going to do it over a couple of days, or maybe you did it all in one sitting? Ooh, the wind here is just like, what? King Leffert says, how many days until Eurovision, I hear you ask? Well, it's only 119 days. The suspense and excitement is real. Gonna hit us soon, Keen. We won't even know it. It's going to be epic. I made that Eurovision chat room thingamajig over on Discord. Be sure to check it out and populate it. Wayland says, I joined the Alaska expedition. It's fun. Nice. My weekend was pretty much spent doing flight simulator stuff, and I got a good shot of flying in for the most part. Mainly on, I had a late one on Saturday night. Ooh. I was very late on Saturday night. I was that late that even Scott was saying, "You're up really, really late. Are you pulling another like late night?" I was just like, "Oh no, it's totally fine." And then I realized, yeah, it's 5 o'clock in the morning, Murphy. And it was even that late that even Ailerons, who like he was working that evening, even he said, "Murph, you do realise you're still up?" I was like, whoops. Wisdom says, I started playing around with Sim Toolkit Pro. Yeah, it is. It's a lot of fun when you get used to it, isn't it? And a big shout out again to Gibbo Ireland for the tutorial video. Fair dues to you, Gibbo. Many thanks, my dude. Ethan Short is in the house. He says, how's it going, Murph? Long time no see. Absolutely, Ethan. Happy Monday to you, my dude. I hope you're keeping very well. All is well. We're here flying on the Coast Starlight. Part number 3. We're in a Coronado Mooney. No, we're not. We're in a Coronado Wacko. Missed the Mooney much? And, yeah, flying along here in the United States, in the state of California. And we're going to be heading up to a place called Redding shortly. I just wanted to fly out to these ridges and then we'll spin around this direction. Kendra says, I was working. Oh dear. Colonel Fork says, I might dip my toes into ATC, not sure. Well, I tell you, our environment to do so is going to be any more laid back and we'll be lying down. Like, if you guys have like that nervousness or apprehension, which is totally fine, I have it myself. You mightn't think it, but this is after like many streams. But before, look at the bounce. Oh, Julia. Look at the bounce going on here. I would have been very kind of anxious and nervous talking on ATC. And once you kind of do it more, and if you're in an environment that you can kind of relax, it's easy to start kind of piecing all this stuff together. Peter Prepman says, how can you stay awake so late? It's a combination of many nana naps or power naps. Sit back in the chair, you might like drift off for maybe 5 to 10 minutes, and then you wake up going and continue. Philly Rose says, I'm in the pipistrel, the gusting wind is having fun. Absolutely. Danny Ed says, Murph, can you recap the weather settings you set? So our winds are directing at 310 at 20 knots, and then they are gusting 310 at 30 knots. Who else? Walton says, I started playing Euro Truck Simulator. Nice. Warhamster says, only 340 shopping days until Christmas. Oh dear. Gibbo says it was a pleasure. No, fair play to you, my dude. Oh, and also the livery work you've done. Incredible stuff. Legendary status has been achieved. Kappa 9 says, I got from Sydney to the Philippines. Nice. KR85 says, Murph, has the AI control been fixed? Do you know? I'd love to put a flight in, sit back and watch whilst working. This sounds very strange all of a sudden. It's weird the way the wind hits. I don't know. I've never really flown with the AI in control. So I'll have to give it a bash at some stage. The radio becomes the funniest part. It absolutely does. Alison says, just don't be like a silly Alison. Pick a registration. Mind the ground, Murph. Pick a registration that you can actually read back easily. Tower, this is flying. It was funny. It was funny. Seamus says, I had a lot of fun doing ground and tower in Shannon this weekend. It was a great gig for all of us, mate. It really was. I had so much fun. There was myself, there was Seamus, Colonel Fork was in there. We had loads of people. Johnny was there, Epic Food was there, Alison was there. Jan Morecamp flew from, I want to say Brussels in. It was amazing fun. Great crack. And there was loads of us. There was a ton of us flying around. Show the exterior of the plane, says Vukram. All in good time, my dude. Colonel Fork says, there were nervous people on, but began to get the hang of it. Oh, absolutely. Chin says, would be really nice to populate VATSIM with some VFR flying with you people. Few doing VFR there, methinks. There is very few VFR on VATSIM. VATSIM is more kind of saturated with the airliner dudes, which is fine. Do you know, but it is what it is. Alison said I was getting all tongue-tied. I do that all the time. Shiny Edmund says, we need a channel ad trailer to advertise your channel. Okay. I think there's presence is presence. Russell Scott's in the house. He says, Starlight, star bright, first star I see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might. Have a nice flight this night. Nicely said, my dude. Now, we need to find... This way. Yeah, we're going this way. The Cali skies are full of people. Absolutely. Philly Roach says, do they tolerate jokes on VATSIM? Don't know. I doubt it. Alison says, I was online, didn't make it to Shannon, had to call it by the time I got to Casement from Newcastle up on Tyne. Nice. Right, so at this stage, it is time to play some music as we check out some of the scenery as we're flying nice and low. And hopefully not too low. It's super windy and that kind of makes it super fun. So we shall play some music. Look at the state of that view. I mean, come on. Hello, fireflies. So if you guys are new here, we live stream every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 8 PM on Zulu time. Between here and Twitch. Currently, Monday and Wednesday are on YouTube. Friday night is exclusively on Twitch. I feel a change coming, but we'll leave it sit for the moment. If you guys like this sort of content, well, I'd only be delighted if you click the little thumbs up button. It does help the channel. I don't know how. Like, no one knocks on my door to say, here's your help. And if you really like it, you might consider subscribing to the Two Tone Murphy channel. I'll also leave a link in the description and in the chat right now for our Discord. That's where we hang about when we're not flying online. So we'll keep an eye on things here with our map. We have some crazy pilots with us. Ed Reed is in the house. Good to see you, Ed. Happy Monday to you. Shiny Enra says, I have a joke about construction. I'm still working on it though. Ooh. Uncle Finn is in the house. He says, what's up, dog? Remember me? Haven't been on lately. It's my first year in college and I'm trying to focus. Well, dude, you are very, very welcome back. Happy New Year to you, Akko. I hope you've had a wonderful Christmas. We're still doing our thing, my dude. Warhamster says, I won't be flying tonight. I had a long day at work and my brain has melted. It's nearly running out of my ears. That's okay, my dude. The skies won't be the same without you, but we shall look forward to your next flight. Look at the state of this. Isn't this amazing? Bombasso is in the house. He says, happy Monday. Good to see you, my dude. Test Pilot 72 rambles in. Hello all. Better late than never. Pedal to the metal to catch up. Absolutely, dude. Chris CJM says, it's Biggles. Nice old plane that. It's fantastic. Loving the wacko. Kane Laffer says, I was actually in a sun tanning competition over the weekend. I didn't get a gold medal, but I got a bronze. Ooh. Kepmo says, hey Murph and hey Dougal McTavish and chat. Just home from work, firing up the rig to join next leg. Sweet, dude. We're going to be starting off over in Redding Airport, which is Kilo Romeo Delta Delta. Redding Municipal Airport. It used to be a US Army Air Force airfield back in 1942. Redding was founded in 1868 during the Gold Rush. Benjamin Redding bought land for the railroad, which was also built in the town. So there's some information for you. And who? Oh God, I can't even follow this route. Route or route? Route. Route. We christened it route. Right, at this stage, I know this music. G Slayer has rambled in. Happy Monday, my dude. I hope you're keeping well. Warhamster says it's either that or I'm waiting for the vector back to the circle in Shannon. Right, at this stage, my dudes, if you're flying with us here in the sim, do now press the number 2 into the chat. We'll get a head count on, well, who's flying with us? Kane Lafford, you have to count. It's been said and chosen, and therefore it must. No pressure. It does look rather nice, doesn't it? And it's still super windy. And just look at the state of that view. This plane is just gorgeous looking, isn't it? They are very much those magnificent flying machines. It's really nice scenery here as well. Oh, look at the shadows, look. Over the way. You can't really see them. Maybe you can, the shadows up there. King Lafford says, Murph, we have 58 so far, and probably one, which is me, 59. That's a good night's work. There's a lot of people here. So many people flying. It's off the hook. So we can see by the progress bar on the bottom of the screen, it's showing you our departure and arrival, our indicated airspeed, our vertical speed, which is all over the shop, our altitude, our heading, and our ATC call sign, which is November 235 Romeo Mike. So the plan is, at some stage, in the not so distant future, we're going to be doing one of these streams using only Join FS, because I want to be able to show you guys the advantages of using that platform. It's really, really handy. And as far as I'm aware, there's no limitation on the number of aircraft it can draw. So it'll be very interesting to see how many we get. Kendra is away. You take care. Hope all is well at work, and we will see you soon. Many thanks for stopping by. Bombasso says, didn't know JoinFS worked on Microsoft Flight Sim. Nice. Oh, it works so well. So we've tested it with P3D, X-Plane, and Microsoft Flight Sim, and I think FSX, and we're all able to fly together regardless of what platform you want to fly on, be it X-Plane or P3D or Flight Sim. We can all still fly together, which is awesome. Chronofork says, I think the aircraft draw is more based on distance than number of aircraft, but don't quote me on that. Yeah, I need to look into it as well. It seems interesting though. Alison says, Gikna free flights. So if a Gikna did appear, well, we can just morph it into something else or just disappear it completely. It's fantastic. Colonel Fork says, mind the road traffic. I know, right? The gentle... Look at the crab on this thing with the wind, look. Sideways flight on the Starlight. On the Coast Starlight. Look at that. Roger, Squadron Leader. Tally ho. Ain't that something? So, up and coming things for the world of Microsoft Flight Simulator. Well, we know we're going to be getting our hands on the F-15 from DC Designs and also Just Flight. That's due to release very soon. Just Flight are also working on their Piper PA-28. That's moving along nicely. We should see that hopefully in the next month or so. We saw earlier shots of the Spitfire. That's been cooking along nicely. Airplane Heaven are behind that. There's also a... What else is coming out? There's loads. Milviz are working on their Cessna 310. That's progressing very nicely indeed. The CRJ is pushed out a little bit. That could be interesting to those of you who like doing some of the tube liner stuff. Alison says, wind 295 at 3.4. Yeah, I might just jump it onto live weather now. Hold on to yourself. Oh no, that was live time, Murph. Yeah, see what I did? So we're like 1524-ish with live weather. Right, hold on to yourself. Oh. Was kind of anticlimax, but we'll take it. It does look super nice though, doesn't it? Edry says, Murph, super sharp now. HP rolled back my video driver today. Eesh, it's mucho better. Nice. That's what I like to hear, my dude. Gregor says it's a cool plane. It absolutely is. Good to see you, Gregor. Patrick Cullen says, did you see Microsoft confirm that Ireland will be getting a Bing map update for the next sim update? I did. I absolutely did. Chris says, Mooney, off your left wing, gear check. Yeah, it's because I'm using generic models. It's just going to load in like a default modelling of an aircraft. It won't look accurate. It'll be accurate so far as it's a single-engined propeller. Or a single prop. But that's about it. And Nathaniel is in the house. He says, oi, how are you? Colonel Fork says, India Fox Echo seems to be getting close to the T-45C. Absolutely. Chillian says, will registration numbers on the aircraft show up in JoinFS? No. Wayland says, what's next? Von Richthofen's try. That'd be cool if they had like the triplanes, wouldn't it? Monkey Snatch One says, just spectacularly crashed trying to adjust my trim. Whoa. Annalisa says, so the Gikna emoticon will become redundant soon. Scott says, I like the disappear part. I know, right? But yeah, absolutely looking forward to the new sim update. That little old Ireland and of course the United Kingdom will be getting some love and attention. Someone's gone wacko in their wacko. Isn't it crazy looking? The biplanes just look better, if you ask me. I mean, it just looks like circus. It's amazing. So as we check out some of the views as we ramble towards Redding. It's really nice scenery. Peter says, Murph, are we not going a bit off course? We probably are, but we're going in the general direction. Edry says, 3 cuppas today with snow idle, or no, with snow light reflex. Kane Lafford says, an absolute toe tapper this one. It's very circusy, yes, it is, isn't it? Seamus McNeil says to Peter, he's always going off course. It's what we do. Scott says, flying low over the field reminded me of the movie North by Northwest, waiting for you to try to run over Cary Grant. Look for Mount Lassen off to the right when near Redding. It's a volcano. Nice. Many thanks, Tortuga, for the frequency. So we can follow our little needle in here. This shall be the view for the next 3 hours. Get used to it. Could you imagine? Courses are overrated. I know, right? Chris says it looks like a scene from Hell's Angels, the classic 1930s film, not the biker gang. Oh yeah. Do a wing walk. Could you imagine if I went out onto the wing, the plane would instantly and most definitely go, well, I'm not going to do it now, but it'll fall out the sky. Keith says, gotta say, Captain Sickbag is one of the best names I've seen so far. We're getting there. We're moving at a rate of knots, and we have a little progress bar as well, so we're nearly at the halfway point to our first leg. What's that down there? That looks interesting. Oh. There's something on the way. Something. I thought it was like an airport, but it's not. It's like a huge farm. Nathaniel says, it's beautiful scenery. I know, right? Scotland 737 project flew there already, both in the sim and real life. Nice. Seamus McNeil says, Co-pilot Pickles always makes me chuckle when I hear that name. That and Shuffle Shoes John. You'd make a joke out of this. Could you imagine the story? 3 men walk into a bar. Shuffle Shoes John, Captain Sickbag, and Co-pilot Pickles. You think one of them would have saw the bar? That was a painful dad joke and it worked. Great success! It's the Sacramento River, says Russell. Ain't it pretty? And Moving Pigeon, absolutely. That's a great name as well. Keenleffer says, why is the passenger seat in the front of the plane? I just like it. It looks nicer. Wisdom says, giant wildfires took out most of this area not so long ago. Oh dear. And at least I got my joke. I get jokes. Looks like there's an abundance of vineyards below us. I know, right? What is the massive mountain off by our kind of 1 o'clock? And not the weird spiky looking thing. The one in the distance. Philip Breen says, never forget, bathroom tile 1. The scenery is getting very nice indeed. Looks like Mount Lassen or Mount Shasta. I thought Shasta would have been up on our left-hand side. So the town beside us is called Red Bluff. Yeah, over there. Well, over there. Then it'll be up to Anderson, and then we're into Redding itself. Alison says, very bouncy-wouncy in these here foothills. Absolutely. Gregor says, Shasta is north in front of you. Nice. Nathaniel says, I just love the random nonsense in the background. Well, for the most part, you know, you've got the aces of the Fireflies, and every now and again, one of them must get like a shortage of oxygen to the brain because they just go crazy. But speaking about that, how about a wing wave for those watching at home? Are we ready? In our own time, could be carnage. It's easier said than done. Even the pair of legs out of the Cessna. Epic. Hypoxia mania, I know. Right? Hottest place in country sometimes in the summer, says Russell. Nice. Scott says, yep, it's Lassen. Just looked it up on the map. Sweet. Adrian Hunter Williams is in the house. He says, how about KMFR? KMFR? Location? Waving legs. Only here. Where would you get it? There was legs waving. King Lefford says the legs from the Cessna is Tom Cruise performing his own stunts. It's got to be, right? Adrian says, right up ahead of Redding in Oregon. Okay, well our plan for this evening is going to take us from Redding up to Klamath Falls. And then next week, as we go back through the little plan here, somewhere in my little book, We're going to be going from Klamath Falls up to Eugene and then Portland. And then we'll have, on week 5, it'll be KELSO, TACOMA, Renton, and Everett. We might skip Renton. It'll probably be just up to Everett. It's going to be fun. Lots to see and lots to do. Kingsman says, how do you get the wheel to lock? Shift and G. Walton says, legs McGinty. So with the weirdness going ahead with all these kind of sharp protrusions, Sobo are aware of it and they're going to fix it. They introduced this little bug with VR, so it will be fixed. When you fly up close enough to them, they sort themselves out. Adrian Hunter Williams says, also, I am new here. You're very welcome, my dude. Russell Scott says, Crater Lake is a must-see in Microsoft Flight Sim. Where'd be Crater Lake? Is it near or far? Scott White says, 184 watching, only 75 likes. Come on, slackers. Slap that like button. Well, many thanks. I would appreciate it. You would be doing me a solid. Piat says Crater Lakes is to the north of Shasta. Okay, we'll keep an eye out. Alison says, where are we going tonight, Murph? So our first stop is going to be Redding, Kilo Romeo Delta Delta, and our second stop and final stop will be Kilo Lima Mike Tango, Klamath Falls, also known as Klamath Regional Airport. That is the plan of action. Andy Shaw says, what country are you in? We're in the United States. Adrian says, flying into Bandon on the coast is sweet. Absolutely. Peter says, dang, had to go out for 5 minutes and the AP crashed me. Oh dear. Johnny says, solid done. Many thanks, my dude. Or Klamath Falls Crater Lake. Oh, it's north of... Okay. Russell says, it's northeast of Klamath Falls. We'll do it next week. Okay, well, I need to write that down because, like, head like a sieve. I'll forget. Just like I was to add more sound effects. And I started it and I didn't do it yet. But we will do it. So we're saying Crater Lake. Crater. I need to write it in 2 places. Let's see. Crater Lake. I hear it's nice this time of year. The Mexican is in the house. Good to see it. Sydney O says, a free dinner with the 2 tones to the person that presses the 150th like. That can be arranged. Bring your own food. And make sure it's something nice. Agent says, I live in Medford, and every time I fly in it, it's so sick. Scott says, you need to get Mrs. Two-Tone to scribe for you whilst flying. Kane Effort says, a Mooney was never a show plane, but then the flying circus arrived. B707 says, where's the like button? There should be 2 thumbs, 1 thumb up, 1 thumb down, just beneath the screen. Keith says, I bet the crater came first. So Crater Lake is the 5th largest, no, it's the 5th oldest national park in the United States. That's the only national park in Oregon. Ooh. Yeah, we gotta check that one out. Nathaniel says, I see 100 likes. Nice. Murphy's flying now this evening is about as nice as 2 pigeons fighting in the rain with cats as referees. Although, however, that view just made it a little bit better. Isn't that pretty? Screenshot for dramatic effect. Click. So we are relatively close to the airport. Our first stop for this evening. No METAR available, so we'll have to wing it. So we can see the airport ahead of us on the down low. I didn't see that fight, I only saw feathers on the floor. Welcome to Redding. Now the question is, do we make straight in for once for 3-4 or 3-0? Wind 04616. Huh? What you gonna do, brother? A bit of the Hulk. Yeah, so we have one. No, we don't. We have 3-4 or 3-0. Either way, we're going to have a bit of a crosswind. Angulator says the plane should have custom cameras where the wing walkers would stand. Hang on. Ah, do you see what we did? Imagine standing up here and the wind be absolutely giving you socks. Wendy, I can fly! Dougal says runway 34. Nathaniel says Nirvana played in Redding, I believe. Sweet. 12 knot winds? Really? Sherry Lynn Ridgway is in the house. Good to see you. Peter says, Murph, watch for the tail strike. I know, right? So our plan here is I'm going to try and get landed first. And then put the cameras on you guys and see what happens. So we're going to start our descent, which is quite steep. It does look nice though, doesn't it? Ah, Command Scott with the METAR. We have winds 030, 18 knots, gusting 27. Oh dear. Now I'm just thinking, do we go for 3-4 just to give us that little bit of a crosswind? I reckon so. It's crosswind time. It has to happen. Redding Tower, this is Murph. We want a crosswind. You guys are dangerous. Now, there are no flaps on this here machine. So it's all about, you know, timing. We're really high. And we're really fast. But let's see what happens, shall we? We'll turn our face camera on for the dramatic effect. It's kind of dramatic now. And we're going to try and land this machine to the best we can. So not runway 34. Oh, hang on. Crosswind. Where was the wind coming from? 030. This is Redding. Indeed. We'll have a slight crosswind here. Otherwise we'll have a tailwind and that'll just make things really weird. Alison says, I'm coming in sideways. It's not much better here. Turn up the volume. Can you hear it? How's that? Maximum immersion here now. You can hear the wing, or you can hear the wind bouncing off the wings. Many thanks, AJ, for the subscribe, my dude. This place is beautiful, isn't it? So let's try not to leave a mark on the runway. Barry Webb has subscribed as well. Many thanks, Barry. Appreciate all the subscribes, my dudes. Oh, Julia, look at the state of this. What's your speed here, Murph? This is going to be terrifying. Did anyone else see that? Oh, this is going to be interesting, sports fans. Look at the speedo. It's like absolutely bouncing all over the shop. So the question is, can we put this one down? Holy moly. Huey and Ralph are on the scene. Huey! Ralph! Absolutely. Right, easy does it now. Easy does it now. Easy does it. Holy moly. Continue. We got this. What's the worst that could happen? The wind. We're coming in sideways. Easy does it. Easy does it. Easy does it. Oh! Again. Oh! 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 There we go. Hold on to yourself. Ooh. And we're down. Did you see that? Oh, did you see that, sports fans? Here we go. The rudder is in control. We'll just kind of limp off the runway here. What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, exactly. We'll see who's running with the real weather or not. Right, give us a second. I'll get off the active onto the grass. And now it's time to watch you guys come in. And stop. Hit that button. Hit this button. Now, we need to go back out here and turn the nameplates on so we can, you know, publicly name and shame. Now, traffic. Nameplates on. Apply and save. Go back. Resume. Oh, look at the door that opened. That was weird. Now, button. We'll get this sorted. Come on, Sim. Do your thing. They're coming in at a rate of knots. Mad sea! Oh dear! Alright, let's see what happens, shall we? The wind is crazy. There's beetle table that looked like a man under control. There's Red Dragon. There's WB. Aviator Geek is in town. Ooh. Oh, look at the state of these. You can do it. Oh dear, it's just carnage. It's just like everyone came in together. Everyone is pretty much okay so far. There's Cyberman. There's Magic the Marker. Cosy Archer's in. Magic Rat is in. There's Wayland. Wayland's crabbing. He's doing something right. Megalodroid is crabbing. Ooh. Ooh. There's Test Pilot 72. Man alive. There's actually men alive down there. Uh-oh. Eyes 909. Dispatch the medic. Oh dear. Baron is down. There's CDN Taz. Barley is down here. Uh-oh. Answered Brush. Ooh, we felt every bit of that. EL737RS. He's down. There's Piggy J. Rowe. Ooh. It's a sideways landing. We hate to see it go, but we love to watch it leave. As Druid Zeus is inbound. There's Dougal McTavish. M. Follow tries it again. There's Safe Basil. Kelbell is down. There's always one, isn't there? There's Tortuga. Nicely done in the wackos, my dudes. Roll the trucks. Nicely done, Tortuga. Druid Zeus, nicely done as well. Andrew Hill made it look very easy. There's See You Later. There's Open Bob 0. Chiroba's down. There's Folded Kim. Draco is in, fighting, just etching at the side of the runway. There's Fly Darren. What's gonna happen? Folded Kim is fighting the rudder. If y'all had your own individual face cams, it'd be all the same face. Until finally... Peter Pascal said, that's me, EL737. Oh, nicely done, my dude. There's SD Bama, USA PR1. Cap at 9 is down. I think you figured out the wacko. You gotta keep the stick pulled back. As Sean Legoman in stealth mode. There he is, in the Mooney. There's Trig. Magic the Maker, or Magic the Marker. It's a thing, isn't it? There's Wombat. Nicely done, my dude. Uh-oh. I suspect buttons. Just in time, we can see Colonel Fork and Glum Tapestry. We know they're there somewhere. Be sure to press the old refresh button. We can see Glum Tapestry and a stealth Colonel Fork. Murphy was... Well, I didn't push buttons this time. And like that, we're gone, never to be seen again. Negative app is down. Guys, if you do us a favor and just hit the escape key, let the sim load in other aeroplanes. Always remember, as soon as you get landed, park up and just hit the escape key. It's kind of a limitation with the sim. It won't load in a whole lot of other people's. Why? We just don't know. Captain Sickbag is away. We'll see you soon, my dude. Ryan Clark is in the house. Good to see you. Dale Jones says, must go for now. Hope to see you all again a little later. Take it easy, Dale Jones, and many thanks again for the promotion to pilot in command, my dude. Okay. That made it worse. I know, right? Anyway, we're here in Redding. Well, we're almost here. Most of us got here. With the funny music and the pain and suffering. Let's see what happens next. So, I'm going to restart the sim. We should go to the main menu. And then we press this button. Now, silence. It's all calm again. That got crazy all of a sudden, didn't it? Anyway, where were we? We're over here and we're doing something like this. Ah, yes. Hello, darkness, my old friend. So, restart the simulator and we'll get going again. Now, what was my landing rate? Minus 41 feet per minute. Meh. Well, it wasn't that bad, was it? It wasn't great, but like it wasn't terribly bad. Now, new flight plan, please. This will clear your current flight plan. Yes. Flight planning. Press this button over here, Murphy. So we are now going from KRDD, over to KLMT. Update. It's thinking of doing something. Now our speed is going to average about 100 knots. Which is that button there. Update, and we should be good to go. Ed E is in the house. Good to see you, my dude. Philly Road says, okay, I'm off to the scratcher tonight. I'll see you Wednesday. You take care, my dude. Peter says, a minute's silence for those who didn't make it. They died as heroes. B707 says, great flight, early start. See y'all on Friday. You take care, my dude. It wouldn't be a two-tone Murphy stream without, like, you know, some sort of an issue. Ah, ooh. Oh, powerful. Mrs. Two-Tone has joined us in the chat. It's like her own entrance. Like, the internet actually stops when she arrives, and then it goes, ah, she has arrived. And with that, a thump in the head for Murphy. So, what's the weather doing in here now, is the question. Kate says, you look like a young Samuel L. Jackson. Thank you. I've been told I've got one of those faces. Just one of those faces. Instantly recognizable, as in, I kind of look like, don't you? You kind of remind me of that guy. That guy? Yeah. Ian Smith says, I suffered a very large gust of wind at the last minute. Did you see my approach? Like, what was up with that? Waylon says, I'm happy if I have less than 100 or minus 100 feet per minute. Nice. Ed Reed says, look at Murphy's first stream and you'll see that he is a bit thinner now. Oh, shucks, Ed. I don't know if it's true, but I do believe it's Murphy's camera skills are getting better. What was that joking, friends? They say the camera adds 10 pounds. How many cameras are on you? Don't mind me, I'm just going to do a bit of dusting here. I've noticed a small piece of dust. I'm not like, don't get me wrong, like I'm not like a total clean freak. But with this, it's all kind of like shiny equipment. As in like the mixer and the stream deck and the iPad and the keyboard. They all have that really kind of shiny plastic stuff. And it troubles me to see dust. So, yeah. The dusting powers are real. So, we're in Redding Municipal Airport. We're going to zoom down to the details. Oh, it's busy. I'm heading up to Klamath Falls, which is KLMT. Now, let's see. So if we go to live weather, the time of day is going to be 15:45. And let's see what this happens. Let's see what this happens, or let's see what happens. Mr. Teuton says, Murph, you are a clean freak when it comes to the man cave. It's rather clean, yes. The man cave and the car. I like to keep them clean. Looks like the missus has added a collar to Murphy's neck. Yeek! He would scream in shock if he came into my man cave, says Scott. Nathaniel says, your logo reminds me of sushi. Okay. Radio face like mine, says Peter. Hang on, wait, what? This face was made for the radio and the voice was made for the TV. Just use my excuse, Murph. I'm going to mess up this landing for your benefit. This is how not to land. Follow my steps exactly and I'll show you how not to land. There's noise in the background. It's almost like, what do they call it? AM or AS? Is it AMS or AS? I can't remember. That sound effect thing. Where like people just make sound effects with their face, and people like I don't know, people listen to it. It's like, I was about to do that. You know the puddle? I can't do it anymore. Hang on. No, I can't do that either. What's MFall in tonight? What's MFall in tonight? 380. Have you done a flight to Ballyboy in Athboy? Says Francis. Have you flown up by Athboy? Not yet. We will do once the new world update is out, my dude. Wisdom says my whole machine crashed as I was lining up to land. Oh, dude. Annalisa says only the man cave. Get back to the kitchen with your tea towel. Scott says no, voice made for silent movies. The feelings are real tonight. Leave your emotions at the front door and come in. Pick them up on the way out. Have we a Geekin alert? Where are we at? Where are we at? Right, back over to this screen. Whoosh, poof. And then scene. There we go. And there's a person walking. Oh, many persons walking. Hello. He's on the phone. Listen, there's a dude after arriving in here. Yeah, we don't know the head of him, but he's yeah. Aviator Geek says, is that Mr. Two-Tone? Huh? I thought my rudder was stuck, but then I realised I reverted to live weather. New respect for those who landed in it. Absolutely. Everyone's silence. We're filming a silent movie. Who else is here? Jay Capday is here. He says, hello from Barcelona. Hola, my dude. He's good at cooking breakfast, or more appearing breakfast. Not sure about a breakfast radio show. Me with a breakfast, could you imagine? In the morning. Well, in the morning with you know, good morning and welcome. Rise and shine. It is time to get up and greet the day. No, it would be too much enthusiasm for the morning, I think. It's morning! It's time to get up and do stuff and things. That's all I got. Oh, there's a goose! The silly goose. Okay, enough of the jibber jabber. So we're going to get our battery alternator turned on. Fuel shut-off valves need to go in. There's Wahet. There's Two-Hit. Beacon light. Nav lights. Mixture. Fuel pump. Open the throttle a bit. That looks good. Clear prop. I mean it, lads. Clear the prop. Oh, that sound, right? Be mindful of the prop. Right, next up is going to be our avionics. Turn our transponder over to standby mode. Let's see what's happening. We will hit our D and B key, reset our directional indicator and also our barometric pressure, giving us our altimeter. We shouldn't need pitot heat. Let's do a quick check on our temperature outside. So function, we shall see outside air temperature is 21 degrees. Default altimeter is 1,078 feet. That looks wonderful to me. Remember that annoying Strawberry Alarm Clock morning show? Did my brain in. But Colin and Jim. That was brilliant. Mr. Chewton said he's actually very good at making desserts, Scott. He trained as a chef too, but I do most of the cooking now. I trained as a chef for a little while, back in the late unpleasantness. CDN Taz here with the meter. So let me see. Winds 030 to 18 knots, gusting 27. Visibility greater than 10. Clear. Sky is clear. Temperature 21. Dew point -9. Altimeter 3012. Okay. Colonel Fork says 0.6.60 version of STKP, which is the Sim Toolkit Pro, is now available. Any new features, my dude? Seamus McNeil says, Murph, in the morning breakfast show, we bring up more than your breakfast. Rise and shine with Huey and Ralph. You did a Murph. Props. I see what I did there. Very good. You did a Murphy. STKP should now allow adding friends. Sweet. Okay. Wake me up. Or no, wake me up with Murphy. 99.7 FM. Could you imagine then you have like a call-in show? Hello, caller, you are on the airwaves. Or on the airwaves. Or you're on the radio. I don't like your show. Next caller. Annalisa says, I'm not a morning person, so it was a bit high energy for me. Yeah. I usedn't. How does one explain this? I used to never be a morning person. That's how you speak, Murphy. That's how words come out of your face. I used to dread the mornings. I was more of a nighttime person, the night owl, as it were. And yeah, the career kind of changed all that. So now I'm the morning person, and Mrs. Two-Tone is the night person. Usually. 10 letters in the house. Well, boss, what's the crack? Looking forward to the flight in that beauty. Nice, dude. You're welcome aboard. Mrs. Two-Tone says, talk to Murph. Yeah, talk to... 1850 715 815. Hello, good morning. The live line is open. Was it hello, good afternoon? Oh, yeah. Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to the live line. Anyway, it's all painful. Enough talk out of me. Shall we go flying? I think so. Taxiway. We'll go to the left. Stand back. And we'll gently go in the vicinity. We're standing up now as we're flying. Hello, hello. Yeah, the morning time, it depends. Like, I think we all have our morning routine. So, when I wake up in the morning, I jump straight out of bed, grab a hold of my luminous jacket, and shake off my old porter head. I've no time for the fancy breakfast, or put muesli in a bowl. I just head to the nearest Statoil for the jumbo breakfast roll. That's a song. And we can't sing any more of that. You'd have purple calling in saying, Murph, somebody stole my onion. Scott says, I can be a morning person if I must. Would prefer to stay up later and sleep until 0700, 800. Have a cuppa and then some breakfast. Russell says, Murph flunked out of cooking school because every time he had to make baked Alaska, he always added too many logs. I usen't. New words being invented right here. I usen't? Did I actually say I usen't? I usen't to think. I did actually, yeah. Usen't. Adjective. A doing word. Kingsman says we have an Irish presenter in the morning in Liverpool. Interesting. Will you have some sauce of that? I will in my roll. Pat Short. Fantastic. Google the Jumbo Breakfast Roll by Pat Short. You won't understand it. Well, you will, but, like, it's funny. Kane Laffer says, I'm a morning person unless I have science class first in the morning. Indeed. We're just going to... Don't mind me. We're going to go this way. Right, guys, get yourselves airborne. It's going to be a left-hand pattern as we take off. We'll circle the field until everyone is up and at them. And then we're going to head all the way over to Klamath Falls. I used it to speak like that. Scott says, is Junior a late riser too? Yeah, he doesn't like the early mornings. He's like, get out of the bed. Get out of bed. It's time to get up. It's like stuff to do today. Oh, look, do you know what we didn't do? That's a rookie mistake, Murph. Passenger cover. Yes. And disappear the tablet. Oh, that's so much better. Paul Teal says, I'm at Redding but don't see anyone. Make sure you're on the North Europe server, my dude. Walton says, would love to see Murph doing a chef's table. Would you look at the state of that? Yeah, that would work. Russell Scott says, Murph, when is the missus going to make an appearance on the Flying Circus show? She already has. She actually opened 2 weeks ago. Because I may have drank her gin on New Year's Eve night, and I was punished. I had to clean the kitchen, which meant I had to do my chores while the stream went live. And I was like, I don't have time to do this cleaning. I'm very busy. And she was like, I'll start the stream. You do the dishes. And I was just like, I'll grab a napkin. I've just been served. I do remember the name. Is it Muxlin? No, it's not. It's MX Yulin. Or Mizulin. Good to see him, my dude. He goes, yo, what's up, bro? Do you remember me? I surely do. It's been a while. It was the first stream of the new year. Yes. A day that shall live in infamy. Now, before we get going, we need to be, as Scott says, walking, talking, and squawking. Right. Are we ready to go? We're going to lock in the rudder and give it socks. Ah, Mowlin. That's how you pronounce my name. Very good. Whoa, look at the wind. Steady, steady. Easy does it. Easy does it. Eyes on the floor. Always on the floor. Upsy daisy. Annalisa says you should probably explain to the non-Irish that the look at the state of that can also mean something is awful. Oh yeah. Usually, if someone says, look at the state of that, it's usually like, it's how you say it. As in, look at the state of that is a good thing. Or, look at the state of it. Or the head in you. Or words to that effect. It could mean either. Either or. Klamath Falls giving us 330 at 10 knots, 10 miles visibility, clear skies, 8 degrees. It's nicer up at Klamath, yeah. Defo. While the wind is kind of hammering us here a little bit, but I think we're okay. I want to see the neck that turns the head. Catbat9 says, the jumbo breakfast roll, a toe tapper. I just googled it. Oh, it is. Oh yeah, the hack of you. Oh, that's another thing, yeah. Look at the hack of you. That's a real kind of Dublin thing. Look at the hack of you. But no, I just prefer look at the state of that. Every phrase has two tones, Murphy. I see what you did there. Very clever. Now, where are we going? Oh, we're going this way. Right, left turn. We're going to head over to 270 degrees, as was our want. Now, we will be climbing as we ramble along here because the owl altitude, I think it goes up as high as 8,000 or more. But we'll stay low to the ground. We're in the low and slow kind of a field today. Look at the views here. Aren't they pretty? Scott says, we so need a gathering to share stories around a fire. I know, right? Then a big sing-song at the end of it. The wise and mysterious Colonel Fork. Yeah, that was well said, dude. Why hasn't this... Hang on. KRDD. Live map. Let me see. I think Sim Toolkit is having a bit of an issue. Can we fix it is the question. The answer is, yes we can. It's Fader Lynn. Look at the highway down there, that's pretty cool. When I was watching Kermit Weeks, he flies IFR. I fly by roads. Amazing, like he'll actually follow the interstates. Now, is this going to be right? It says it's right, but the distance is just kind of all wrong. Anyway, not to worry. Sitting around on logs. Ed says, so is this Microsoft Flight Sim? It is. Alison says, 9,000 is a safe height. Cool. Scott says, my father-in-law was called Dub, but that was because of his initials were WT. I have no idea what a dub is, though. Ah, a person from Dublin. A dub. Ah, tasty beverage. Andrew Noble 70 rambles in. He says, hi, Mr. Murphy. Hello, Mr. Noble. He says, what aircraft is this? This is the Coronado WMF-5, also known as the Wacko. Ain't it cool? Hello, Fireflies. It's a rotary engine, and it's absolutely... Is it a rotary engine? It is a rotary engine, but it doesn't move. It's beautiful. Kinlever says, you done a dog's dinner at that, or if you're posh, you've made a dog's breakfast from that. Yep. That's kind of where it's at. So we're kind of exploring on our meandering way. We'll check out some sights as we fly. To our left, you'll notice some trees. They look nice. Beef Rollers in the house, he says, the plane looks really cool. It's so much fun. Excuse me. So we're just kind of flying around the airport here. Let everyone else get airborne. Radial, not rotary. It's a radial engine, not a rotary engine. Doesn't look nice. Mr. Two-Tone says, has this replaced the Mooney in your heart, Murph? This is up there. It won't replace it, because this has, like, this aircraft has its own capabilities and type of flying. The Mooney is, like, way faster, longer range, it can go higher, retractable gear, speed brakes and all that kind of stuff. This one, at the moment, in my humblest of opinions, is best suited to the flying that we're doing. How many cylinders does it have? I'm going to say 12, or maybe it's 8. Peter says, Murph, next time when the wind is strong, please ask ATC if we can land inside the hangar. Kingsman said, it's a beautiful plane. It really is. It's fantastic. And it handles really, really well. And it looks super. I mean, this thing looks super duper. Ah, the Mooney love affair is still strong. Love me the Mooney. But I very much like the Wacko. Low level with the wind in your hair. I know, right? What's left of it? And Elisa says, yeah, but you can hang your laundry out on this one. There's 7 cylinders, says Waylon. 7 it is. Look at the scenery here, isn't it fantastic? Kinsman says, but not landing and taking off. No, that's a lot of fun. Although that's why I like it. It's a challenge. As in, it's a super challenge. Oh, the scenery here is beautiful, isn't it? Redding, you are outstanding. One Continental W670 6A 7-cylinder radial engine with 220 horsepower. Nice. Wayne says you can actually see the cylinder housing if you look straight into the engine. You probably need the sun to be shining on it, but yeah. Look at the state of that view, like. Isn't it only epic? It's amazing. Andrew Noble says tail dragger is tricky. Absolutely. Peter says, and for those who tuned in late, the scenery here is beautiful. It absolutely is, and it's bumpy as well. So we spin up here to the right hand side. Is the airport just off our right? Redding Municipal Airport. Right, we'll do some scenic shots as we work around the exterior. Look at that. Wayland says, well, good night all. I gotta go. Work tomorrow. Fly safe. You take care, Wayland. Many thanks, my dude. Scott says, depends on the variant of the aircraft. There were over 8 different engines used in the aircraft over the years. Cool. Bad Dog says, just gone ahead, Murph. Got to deliver some perfectly legal hooch for Coyote. Belt away, my dude. Look at that. It's amazing, isn't it? Danny says, for stock scenery from the US update, it's bonkers good. It really is. It's incredible. Little bit of a pause and a stutter, but I think we're okay. Look at that. So we got mountains ahead. Gotta mind these. I think these planes are easier to see in the distance, which is cool. Absolutely. And they're fantastic at nighttime as well. Scott says it's glorious. It really is. This is absolutely epic scenery here. We're low and slow, which is just fine. Such detail in the ground scenery, like. Did I mention the trees? Ed Reed says 8-cylinder or 6. I think it's 7. A 7-cylinder rotary engine. Chitty bang bang, says Damien. Absolutely. Mr. Tudon says, the trees. You're never going to let that go, are you? Nope. Mrs. Two-Tone, I was playing in X-Plane a while ago and she came in, she goes, what happened to the trees? I was like, what are you talking about? What happened to the trees? They're awful. I said, oh, this is X-Plane. And she was like, look at the state of them. And I was like, what's wrong with them? She's like, look at the state of them. Say no more, say no more. Chippy says, I'm up at 10,500 feet in VR and it's breathtaking. Nice, dude. Kingsman says, when they add smoke, it'll be interesting. Absolutely. Beavers need trees. Now you're talking. King Never says, what do you mean by a 7-cylinder engine? That's what this machine has. We're flying 7 cylinders in there. So if you guys like this sort of content, shameless plug, we live stream every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 8 PM Zulu time, either here on YouTube or over on Twitch. If you guys like this sort of content, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. It helps the channel in ways I will never know. And if you really like the channel, be sure to subscribe for more of this sort of content. I've also put a link in for our Discord into the chat. Sure, that's where we hang about when we're not on the live stream. Colonel Fork says, according to the Waco website, it has a Jacobs R75582, a 7-cylinder air-cooled radial engine. Nice. Nothing like a good L3, to be fair. I love a good-looking tree. So far, so good. Does anyone have the VOR to Klamath Falls? Nathaniel says, I speak for the trees. Edry says, rotaries are so classic. Oh, they are. They're beautiful. 4 tri-motor, yep. Didn't the Avro Anson and the... I think the Avro Anson had it. 300 horsepower at 2200 RPM. Nice. Colonel Fox says, and you can buy one on amphibious floats. Yeah, that's got to be an add-on. They got to make one of them. Tortuga says 115.9. Let us ramble over. Come back here, you devil. And we're way off course. Come on, Murphy. This scenery is incredibly good, isn't it? Scott says, parts of California when you get to visit, our trees are kind of like Crocodile Dundee. That's not a tree. This is a tree. And whip out a redwood. No one else has trees. We have mere bushes. Or bushels. What's the difference between a bush and a bushel? Picking up a bit of bump over the mountains, but that's quite okay. Gotta do some climbing here. Currently at 2,000 feet. Add some power. Concentrate on our mixture here as well. Fantastic formation flying yet again by the Fireflies. We can do something like this. Those giant redwoods are mind-blowing, aren't they? Scott says, a bushel is what you use to put stuff in that you pick from bushes. Phil Boardman is away on my last leg on my pole-to-pole flight in the morning from Cape Town to home. Nice, dude. Best of luck with it. Many thanks for joining us here tonight. And we'll hopefully catch you on Wednesday. Look at the state of this view. It's absolutely stunning, isn't it? Fuzzy says, bushel is a measurement. Interesting. This area is absolutely gorgeous looking. Known locally as the Pit River. It's huge. Just north of Shasta Lake. Lake Shasta. Sweet. Edry says Murphy should gather a commission on all those wackos. Well, if the aircraft manufacturer likes to reach out and say, here you are, two-tone, we shall provide you with a wacko. You can fly it. We'll also pay for your flight training, and you can fly it across the United States and record it. I wouldn't say no, put it that way. I'd have just one request. A flying scarf. A measure of capacity equal to 64 US pints, equivalent to 35.2 litres, used for dry goods is a bushel. Aha! There we are. We have learned the meaning of a bushel. Two-Tone Murphy, the provider of education. Not very accurate education, but education nonetheless. Look at that. Got a big old bridge down there. Colonel Fork says, I'll swing by their HQ and make a proposal. Gotcha. We've got this thing. Or we'll just like drop an email to Kermit Weeks. Take it out for a fight again, Kermit. We got to see it. Flying Aaron says, I'm telling Mooney. Ed says, look at those leather side rails. Aren't they something? They're amazing. Adrian Hunter Williams says, right by that ridge, or right by that bridge is a resort, and it was awesome. Sweet. So I take it that's Mount Shasta at our 11 o'clock. We'll be doing well, Ed. We'll be doing well. So I do hope you guys are all keeping very well as we start this week, Monday the 18th of January 2021. We're about a week and a day away from the next world update here on Microsoft Flight Simulator. As I was saying earlier on, also this Sunday, do be sure to tune into the Willie Canuck show. It's called the Haggis and Poutine show over on Sky Blue Radio. I shall be dropping by to say hello, hello. Alison says, this is pretty. Mountains and lakes for the win. Absolutely. Look at the state of that view. Johnny says, enjoy the airtime. It'll be fun. Kingsman says, you're famous now, Murph. Tanya. It's some crack though when you think about it, like. There's little old Murph's channel. It is 4,000 and odd subscribers. I imagine though if we had, like, to be honest, any bigger and like, I don't know, the crack element wouldn't be the same. I'm sure we'd work around it, but like, do you know? There's nothing, how do we say this without sounding completely dopey, but like, I don't fancy the idea of, you know, when you go into a chat and there's maybe several hundred people in there, and it's like line after line after line after line, and you can't get a word in edgeways, and you can't even read the comments, they go that fast. I wouldn't be a fan of that now. I think for the numbers that we have, it's manageable. And it's a whole lot of fun. Flight Aaron says, Murph, the new Wogan. Isn't that view something? Xanaver Bot is in the house. Good to see him, my dude. Kingsman says, you'll have your own talk show soon on RTE. Hello, good night, and Bollier Galair. Look at that with the shine of the rivers and the lakes. It's amazing. KR85 said, did Terry Wogan have a nickname? I don't think so. William Contino is in the house. He goes, my best friend just bought a Wacko as an aerobatic pilot and loves it. Nice to see so many in the air. Nice, dude. I would love to get a flight in one of these in real life. I just think they're fantastic looking. I love the idea of the open cockpit. Sean says it's Woogie. Peter says, yeah, the streamers read just comments of paying members. That's why I chipped in here. What is cheap? KRDD says, no, it was a joke in Father Ted. Ah. Terry Wogan had a nickname. Chippy A says, it would be called Hello, Hello. Look at the views, though. Alaska 559 is in the house. Good to see you, my dude. Happy Monday to you. I hope you had a great stream. Alison says, you can't hide the receipt for one of those, Murph. Well, no, you probably couldn't. How much do these things go for? They're probably, I don't know. Would there be 100,000? Lucas says, have you ever thought of becoming a pilot? I have, Lucas. I've started somewhat on the way. I have about 5 hours of flying in a Cessna 172. Definitely want to increase that. When the world kind of gets back to normal, I shall pursue my PPL. And definitely want to take you guys along for the spin. Just, you know, so you can, like, critique me and, you know, hurtle abuse in the direction of saying, you're doing it wrong, Murphy. You should have done this. They're starting at 490,000 US dollars. Ah. Well, then in that case, we'll have, do Airfix make them? We'll get an Airfix one. And then just, like, find someone to make a big Airfix and an engine. I tell you, we're climbing well here, aren't we? 6,500 feet already. Go on, you divil you. Colonel Fox says, USB technology is now 25 years old. Huh? Uncle Finn says, just waiting on the Xbox version of the game to come out so I can hop on. Absolutely, my dude. We're hoping somewhere around May or June, all going well. Mr. Tuton says, I'll buy you an Airfix model of one, Murph. Many thanks. Alison says, just learn all the acronyms and you'll be grand, Murph. Peter says, I'm also waiting for the normal times to start flying for real. Arrange a local airport to have a few discovery flights. Nice, dude. Jerome says, it's nice to indulge in some flight sim joy, as work has been getting in the way of late, but not today. Nice, my dude. Yeah, this is what it's all about. Whatever way your day or evening or night or morning or week or month or whatever's going, that's why I look forward to these streams. Somewhere to escape to. Lucas says, are there any helicopters in the game? Not yet, my dude. Should have them by the end of the year, all going well. Nathaniel says, why the name Two-Tone? I got sunburned many moons ago. I'm very fair. Well, I won't say I'm fair-skinned, but, like, well, I'm Irish, like, and we don't get much sunshine here most of the time. And I was away back in the day playing toy soldiers, and we used to have a beret or a barrette, which is like your army cap, and it was like a short-sleeved shirt, DPM, disruptive pattern material. And anyway, we're out working on guns one day, and it was very hot. And we had to keep our lid on, as it were. And when I got sunburnt, roasted. Later that night, after we finished up, we said, shall we go swimming? Down in the swimming pool. And went in for a swim, and all the Cork lads, who were a great bunch of lads, were like, oh, does Morphe? Look at Morphe. You're awful Two-Tone looking Morphe. Because literally, it was like, from here, on my face, red. And from here upwards, white, pure white. And the same on my arms, and of course then the same on my chest and whatever else. I was pure white, but like absolute red. You know, put me next to the flag of Poland and I'd mix right into it. Red and white. They started calling me two-tone. That's what happened there. Zaneverbot says, what server are you playing on? We're on the North Europe server, my dude. If you guys would like to join in, you are more than welcome. But just make sure to pick GA aircraft, please. Something with a propeller that blows air in your face to keep you cool. No airliners on this one. If you guys like the airliner flights, be sure to follow Alaska 559. Also check out XP72. And indeed, Captain Canada. Chewy94 is another big shout out I'd give. If you do like the tube liners. It's not to say we won't ever touch them, but we're into our GA stuff here. For reasons you can see. It's absolutely epic. Maggie D is in the house. Amazing view. I know, right? Yeah, get my head out of the way. Amazing view. Not at all, Alaska. You keep doing what you're doing, my dude. It's at the stage I'm learning stuff watching your streams. I'm just like, oh, yeah, that's how you do it. And I'll be like, I'll try and do it myself, and then I do, and it works. Totally works. Maggie D says, Captain USA. Well, like, that is one good thing about the flight sim community, and I think more this year than any other year, there are now, like, there's tons. Like, I would be considered very new to the scene. But there are tons of other content creators. And it's interesting to, you know, some people like some people and others don't like other people. But there's so many to choose from now. And, like, to be honest, it's good for the community because at least then, you know, there's all these different other communities. Now, what do we want? Want this one. There's all different communities that you can follow. And don't get me wrong, I love what we're doing here. This community we have it's awesome. I've never came across so many nice people, laid back, interesting, and just generally friendly people. Now, we don't do drama. Drama is left at the door. You can pick it up on the way out, but you must leave it there on the way in. There are other communities that, well, they like the drama, which is fine. But it's all about choice, and that's what I love. And I'm absolutely gobsmacked when it comes to how the community works. Not in a million years did I envision our own little community here. It's amazing. Nangulator says, are those glass tubes with little plungers on either side the fuel gauges? Correct and right. So as the plunger moves down, it indicates the level of your fuel. The higher they go up, the more fuel you have in the system. So the fuel tanks are in the wing. There is a fuel pump, but for the most part they're gravity fed down the way. Peter Pascal says, for tutorials and education, but really fun content, P. Gatcombe. Oh, must have, there's one I've never even heard of. I must check him out. For airliners, flight deck to sim and XP72, according to Peter. Yeah. Switch your tanks if you got them. Nice one, Aviator Geek. Cherub says, I'd love to see a BAC 111 brought to life. Absolutely. And no water, of course. You don't want to see water in your fuel. That would be bad. Things would start happening if that were to happen. If you know what I mean. It'd be terrible. It'd be dangerous. Now, where were we? We're over here. We're checking out the views. Alison says, it's exceptional, Murph. An oasis of laid-backness on an internet of chaos. Bad Dog says, my favourite for tuition is Squirrel. Yep. Squirrel does a fantastic job. Indeed. Paul is such a knowledgeable guy. He's been at this since full-time, I think, since 2016. And it's great to see, like, even Squirrel has got his own PPL. He's done all his flight training. It was the same at Castrator. That's a dude I watch a lot. He's taking a little break for the moment, but I just like the cut of his jib. Alison says, I'd like a Lockheed Electra in time for my Amelia Earhart flight. Absolutely. Water shorts out the spark plugs and causes fouling. Ooh. Flight Down says, Q8 for instruction videos is quite good. Osama is brilliant. Q8 Pilot is, to me, one of the easiest to follow when it comes to teaching you how to do stuff in the sim. He even has a video launched there tonight telling you how to get in and edit the CFG. Whereby, if you're having an issue with your clouds and they look all kind of grainy and stuff, he has a workaround for that. And he has a very recognisable voice, which is always great in a flight sim community. Keen says, don't you just love what the internet goes in the middle of a stream? Keen, I feel your pain. It happens to me all the time. So we're making good old headway here. Fantastic views around this area. Look at the state of that. Kevin Riley says, screen time from a goose. I don't see the goose. But we're going to ramble over a little bit closer to this mountain because it looks insanely good, doesn't it? Count Zeppelin says, Murph, you're my go-to option for a lovely, relaxed evening. Well, many thanks, my dude. Johnny says, Alison, keep us UTC -5 folks in mind when scheduling. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun following Alison on that fantastic journey. Inns 1337's in the house. Where's the nearest airport at present? I'd like to join. You're more than welcome to join us, dude. We're on the North Europe server. Just be sure to pick GA aircraft only, please. 1 Oscar 6 is the closest. It says, Murph, HP and I are looking for probs with the coding, along with Windows 10 operating system of Flight Sim. Maybe an issue there. Testing now as we speak. Sweet. I think that deserves a screenshot. Doesn't it look epic? So we're here with the Fireflies. After taking off from Redding Municipal Airport, we're on our way up to Klamath Falls as we continue on our Coast Starlight. This week is part number 3. Next week shall be part 4. And then the week after, part 5. I've been really enjoying this one. I'm actually enjoying it more with this plane because this plane, in my humblest of opinions, is probably the best for going out exploring. It's just very pretty indeed. Ain't it just nice? Huh. What was the name of that song? That's annoying. Chico McTavish says, come join the Simwings VF4 group flight around the Patagonian ice fields of Chile on Saturday the 13th of February at 1900 Zulu time. Register, or you can register in the link Dougal has provided. Fantastic stuff. Now, I'm trying to find something because my little machine that does the somethings, well, it isn't working right. So, let me see. If we go to this, and this, and then this, and then this, it should be called that. Ah, here we are. I was getting nervous. The craziness and the epicness of the Fireflies. I'm sure we have Annalisa warming up, ready to do some mad crazy dancing. Be sure to hit the dancing emote, which I think is like the emote, and just type in dance. I think it works. How many wackos? Okay, here's another one. If you're flying a wacko, press number 3 into the chat. Annalisa dances on top of the mountain. Look at her go, giving it socks. Irish dancing like you've never seen before. Fantastic. Now, I'm trying to find the other song. Hang on. No. 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 Hang on. Ah. This one. Colonel Fork. We have 13 wackos. Huzzah! The scenery here is insanely good. Jepson 2001 says, now that's a tune! A big shout out again for Jepson 2001, the epic creation of Casement Aerodrome Baldonnel. All thanks to Jepson 2001. The link for that scenery is available over on our Discord and also on the YouTube video. His first ever scenery for Microsoft Flight Sim. And it's by far one of the best available in the sim. I do like the tunage. That was good tunage. Look at the state of that though. Isn't it absolutely incredible? That mountain with the sun and the fireflies. Incredible stuff. Tis a great song that Mrs. Two-Tone picked. She did. She absolutely did. Now, where else was I looking for? I think we've one in here. Is it this one? Uh-huh. I do believe this also fits the bill. As we can see the lights of the fireflies. We got 14 wackos as Steve A joins. This song is called It Was Never Enough by Sunbreak, available on epidemicsound.com. All music is provided under a license. Airman F7 is in the house. Good to see you, my dude. Henrik Hansen is here. Happy Monday. Cornfork says, Flight Sim just told me no more flying until I do a full reboot. Aw, dude. The song name is what I say after eating ice cream. Kingsman said it sounds like my ex-wife. Oh dear, we got more. So if you guys are just tuning in, look at the state of that view. You're flying with the Fireflies on our Coast Starlight, part number 3. If you like this sort of content, we fly every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. 8 p.m. Zulu time. Right here on YouTube and over on Twitch. Monday and Wednesday are the YouTube. Friday is the Twitch. We'll probably change that up soon. But for the moment, all is well. If you guys like this sort of content, be sure to hit the like and follow or subscribe button. There's also a link there to our Discord. Gone into the chat. Do be sure to ramble over. We run giveaways every now and again. We have our own flight school. We have everything from our Join FS, including the very new live air traffic control for Shannon, exclusively on our little Join FS channel. If you want the easy, relaxed, comfortable way to try and learn a bit of vocabulary whilst speaking to ATC, which is also trying to, you know, figure out the ropes, be sure to run in. So, airport elevation, where we're heading. It's called Klamath Falls, also known as Klamath Regional Airport. It opened in 1928. It was a naval air station in 1942. Klamath Falls, originally called Linkville, when founded by George Nurse in 1877. Field elevation is 4,095 feet, and our runways are 1432, 0725. This should be fun. Rodrigo Orr is in the house. He says, hello friend from Buenos Aires, Argentina. Good to see you. AC/DC adjacent. Yeah, it's like AM PM. For Shannon, we're covering ground and tower at the moment and all having fun learning together. So Seamus, absolutely. It's all about having fun. As Murphy goes completely off track. Whoops. Chippy says runway 32 has a nice easy straight in. That sounds good. Scott Voigt says, I have found the stairwell to the tower. Just have to get rated in the tower now. Nice. Well, we have fantastic experience between Scott Voigt and also Ed Reed, who will bring the real world immersion. But at the same time, you have to be able to act the Aegis when it comes to myself, Seamus McNeil, Epic Fool, and maybe Colonel Fork someday. But it's all about trying to break the ice. If we have a chance to get more folk into JoinFS when we're flying, and also using a bit of ATC, it adds so much to your simulator experience. Colonel Fork with the METAR for KLMT, winds 330 at 10 knots. Visibility is 10 miles, clear skies, 09 degrees Celsius, dew point -8. Altimeter is 3026. Awesome. Here's another song. Mr. Tudon says, you're flying the Wacko, are you wearing a moustache? My face hasn't recovered from the ripping of the moustache episode. I actually had to put like ointment on my lips. Did I say that right? Lips. That's lips with an L. I could have went anywhere. Yeah, I had to put it's called Carmex for the dried mustache area or moustache area. Annalisa says, Murph, do you have enough pseudo cream in the house? Just fill the bath with it. Dive in. Chippy says, I would definitely like to join in next time. This weekend was a bit manic. Yeah, 100%, dude. Don't be afraid. Like, anytime you guys are on, or whenever you want to fly in your sim, just click onto the JoinFS, have a look to see who's there, and you wouldn't know. There could be someone there during the week. I'll do my best to be there on each weekend. That's just savage looking. Ermin F7 says, love the channel, Murph. Are you Scottish or Irish? I'm Irish, my dude. Many thanks for the very kind words. Originally from Dublin and currently based in Tipperary. Didn't your man from your man who invented pseudocream, I think he came from Cabra, didn't he? Nathaniel says, these are good songs. Why, thank you. Is there a playlist I can find with a minute? I need to update it. But if you go onto epidemicsound.com, type in Two Tone Murphy, I have a bit of a playlist started. Peter Pascal said the song All Right Now. No, it's actually None Left Then. Did you see what I did there? Ho, ho, ho. Scott says he's an Irishman who sometimes attempts a Scottish accent. Yes, every now and then we'll try and speak as if we were from Scotland. Well, it depends. You can do many different accents to make people think that you're from somewhere that you're not. But I try now to catch an accent and make it sound like you come from a certain area. That wasn't great. I totally admit that. But it's fine. Elaine Bennett says these rock songs are amazing. Many thanks. Look at the size of the irrigation gadget machine for the field of irrigation. The Pete says, Join the Fest, is there a way to tell where other players are map? You can use little nav map and that'll actually populate with other aircraft. Mr. O'Donnell says, Thomas Smith, a Dublin-based pharmacist, created Sudocrem. Uh-huh. Donkey. That'll do, Donkey. That'll do. I think our resident Scot is Seamus McNeil, indeed. And Seamus McNeil has the very calm, very nice, inviting Scottish accent. According to Mrs. Two-Tone. He called me Flyman. Or Flyboy. Seamus says, replying in an Irish accent, to be sure, I'm Scottish. Chippy says, All Right Now is a staple of any pub band. If you don't play it, are you even a covers band? KRDD said, what does Sean Connery say when he hit a bookshelf? I can only blame myself. Of course, not forgetting our very own Scotland 737 project and Ian Smith. There's a load of Scot people here. Scot people? Hang on. There's a load of Scottish people here. As I heard it before when I was in Edinburgh, there are two types of people in the world. Scots and those who want to be Scottish. The answer was mute. Everyone agreed. Annalisa, I reckon we could leap to this one. Scott White says, and a lot of Scot people too. His name is Scott. Scott by name, Scott by nature. Piper Warrior Sim Projects in the house. Good to see you, my dude. Happy Monday. Look at the state of that view. John E says, I love me some bagpipes. Oh yeah. Fast Frankie's in the house. He says, do you fly every night? I stream Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 8 p.m. Zulu time, my dude. Scott says, been listening to a lot of bagpipes of late. I have a local group that does it well. Nice. Trump says, Murph, what is the default key assignment to adjust the seating height? Is it up, down manually? Ooh. Not very sure. And not forgetting, of course, Keen Lafford, who I believe has some Russian heritage. Poor old Keen went quiet there, so I think we better look after him a little bit. I have something like this. Now, if anyone can do a Cossack dance, I applaud you. This is going to be confusing to some people. Bit of Irish, bit of Scottish, bit of Russian. Keen is still here. Colonel Fork says, Mrs. Two-Tone, can Murphy play the pipes? I can pretty much give any instrument a bit of a go. Russell Scott says, watched Something Big, a Western comedy, with Dean Martin on YouTube the other day, and they had an Irish lass and lad in supporting roles. Cool. This is a soundtrack we will probably be using when we're flying over Russia. He plays the fool well. Man, Chippy. He plays the fool well, yes. I'm a dab hand playing the fool. I'm great at it. Oh, that's right. I have a violin. I can't play it very well, but I have a violin. And I have a guitar. And I have a keyboard. I have a recorder here somewhere. Scott says, if I tried to dance to that, I'd fall on my tush and not get back up. Cat Lara says, I wonder, is there such a thing called bagpipe-based techno? We could call it bagcore. Spitfire says, the song reminds me of Tetris. I know, right? Now, as we did that, I suppose we have to do kind of... Any of you guys see a runway around here? Make straight in, Murph. Chippy says, always on the fiddle. Annalisa once saw a guy actually break his leg whilst attempting a Cossack dance. What? Scott says, it's been over 40 years since I picked up an instrument. Alex P. Keaton says, time for some should-I. Thanks for the entertainment, Murph. Have a good one. You too, my dude. Enjoy your week and hopefully catch you on Wednesday. Nathan says, is the Starlight a base plane, pal? Is the Starlight a base plane? No, the Starlight is a railway route that goes from LA up to Seattle. Absolutely, Jibby. Absolutely. The band shall be formed. Kane Leffer says, I've learned it's very hard to Cossack dance with jeans. Colonel Fork says, I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express one time. Bolanas says, can you do a loop-de-loop? They're not great, actually, in this plane to do a loop-de-loop. Yes, we managed a loop-to-loop. Holy humbugs, that was close. Olanas, consider your request achieved. Chippy says, I wanted to play the guitar really badly when I was young, and here I am, 40 years later. Terrain, whoop whoop. There's a good few musicians in the group, I believe. Absolutely. The scenery was inspired by a chessboard. We're getting there. We're making good time. We're progressing through the night. I can see carnage coming. Insert carnage now. We're on the final stretch. As the sun has truly gone down as we approach Klamath Falls. We are here in the Coronado Wacko on the Coast Starlight, flying with the fireflies of the Two-Tone Murphy Flying Circus. Don't they just look awesome? Welcome to Klamath Falls. Simon's Gaming's in the house. Sorry I'm late, we had a fire drill. That's okay, dude. That was less hairy than the first runway, says Allison. Scott says, it sounds like an 80s police show. Police cops. Do you remember Cops? Dougal used to play the guitar until you lost a finger and gave it up. It's too bad, my dude. King says, I may not be a musician, but I'm a fairly decent magician. Ooh. Chippy says, it's amazing how many musicians are also technology computer fans. Must be a link in the way the brain works, I reckon. Russell says, my mind says I'm a musician, but when I pick up my guitar, my fingers say otherwise. Balanas one says, just love your accent. You should be a talk radio presenter. Well, many thanks, my dude. I think this is our airport. Yes, I think yes. We're too fast, Coog. Slow it down, man. What are you trying to do to us? Ooh, there's a bit of chop. We shall be going then for runway 34? 32. Runway 32 it is. We'll put our face cam on for the dramatic effect as we're going to try and land this machine here. Peter Paskov says, I'm both musician and IT. Sweet. Nathan says, is the plane an add-on? Yes. Do you remember Chips? Who doesn't remember Chips? This would be amazing. He's go out and cycle my bike afterwards. Scream up and down the road. Woo, woo. Who didn't do that? And if you didn't do that, did you even have a childhood? Bad Boys, what you gonna do? Do you remember that? Bad Boys. I think something along the lines of Mod Squad. Murphy? Ah, there it is. Careful now. The California Highway Patrol. Yeah. Machine. Scott Voigt hated Chips. I just like the bikes. I can't remember like the storylines. It's just like, cool, they're on motorbikes and stuff. There's a volume now to, you know, increase the immersion. I hope they bring out an Airwolf add-on. Do you remember Airwolf? Right, easy does it, Murph. Scott says no, it was a horror show. Machine. Little bit of wind here, but nothing we need to worry about too much, I think. It's so different than the last airport. This is like kind of calm. The Hill Street Blues. Aha! Runway 32 it is. Oh, there is a bit of wind. Steady on now, Murph. Slightly high over the numbers. There's the flare. There's a tiny bit of a touch. Did you see that, sports fans? There's the tail down. Easy does it. Tapping on the brakes. Turn off our tail lock. We should now have tail wheel movement. Which we do. There was a bit of butter and margarine somewhere on that one, yes. That's what we call a manky landing. It was manky! Now, get ourselves turned around here. Don't mind me. We're just going to watch... Look at that for a view. Okay, mind the brakes. Don't tip over, Murphy. You genius. Right, first things first. Hit the escape key. We need to turn on the nameplates so we can identify who it is that's doing what they're doing. We turn them on. Go back, go back. Next up, we need to do this button, followed by this button and this button. Disappear me, it's like magic, and race to the end of the runway. Eyes 909 is down. Here's Johnny. It's looking decent. Bring it back to daytime so we can see a bit better. How's the view angle there, my dudes? Dougal McTavish is away. You take care, my dude. Many thanks for joining us. Fantastic landings happening right now. Torhack01, see you later's down. Capmat 9, Prefontaine is there. Red Dragon. Kevmo is down. Here's Johnny is down. Inzaghi is also down. There's Piat 691. Barley is down. Country Flyer has made it. Here's Fly Darren. Keen Lefford is away. Great stream as always, he says. Safe landings. You take care, Keen. Many thanks for joining us, my dude. See you soon. As 50th B, Drac O is down. There's Sansverbot. Frozen. Look at that for a landing. Beautiful. Fly Darren fighting the wacko, but he's doing well. Mobius is down. Ecor says thanks to the Sim Toolkit Pro video. Great app. A big shout out to Gibbo Ireland for providing the tutorial. Excellent work as always, my friend. Matt C888 says thanks, Murph and all. A lot of fun once again. Many thanks to you, my dude. I want to give a big shout out to our team of moderators here this evening who have helped us through another YouTube adventure. A big shout out goes to Alison Johnson, Scott Voigt, Seamus McNeil, Dougal McTavish, Colonel Fork85, Ed Reed, Stuart Payne, Mrs. Two-Tone, and of course Dangerous Brian. I thank you all very much. As Big Papa Polly is in a spot of bother, but he's okay. Ian Smith is away. You take care, my dude. Many thanks for joining us here this evening. You guys have a fantastic rest of the week. We'll catch up with you at the halfway mark on Wednesday. Or Barchetta, nice landing, my dude. Piggy Dro is down. There's Tigger. Nicely done. Cabo says another great flight, Murph. I think I might be getting the hang of this. You absolutely are, dude. There's Wombat. Screenfly 1971 is down. Johnny says thanks, Murph, and Fireflies for a very pleasant evening. You're more than welcome, my dude. Larson 202 is down. Fly Darren says good night, Murph and Mods. Been a pleasure. Absolutely. Take care, Fly Darren. Uh-oh. Someone just had a major... But he's okay. Ian Smith says night, Alison. Annalisa says thanks, Mods, for all your nice work. Absolutely. For all your hard work, absolutely. Sammy's Gaming says, margarine is preferred more than butter here. Interesting. As Dunkster, WB1990 and SD Bama make their approach, no player 54096 is down. Spitfire RAF 100 says, thanks for the stream. See you Wednesday. You take it easy, my dude. Many thanks for stopping by. SD Bama is fighting the rudder pedals as 50th B makes his arrival. Uh-oh. There's always one. Uh-oh, 50th B! Dearly beloved, we have gathered here to say our goodbyes. The poor old devil got love him. KR85 is away. Draco X RPG is away. You take care, my dudes. Bad Dog Skipper, Cherub and Jardvark all inbound. Test Pilot says, a pleasant end to a Monday evening. Good night all. Many thanks, Test Pilot. Chippy A says, I don't know what I used to do with my Monday, Wednesday and Friday evenings before I discovered the stream. It's a distant memory. But I very much appreciate your company, my dude. As Glum Tapestry makes it down. Look at that for a landing. Very nice. Rogers RC is down. Snazverbot is just, well, he's doing his thing. East Birds is down. Nice landing, my dude. Annalisa says, I spoke too soon. Danielle says, great sector, Murph. Thanks, catch you soon. Many thanks, my dude. Sean Lego Man. Here's Crazy Hour. They're all in now. Stone Singer. The Force be with you. So there we have it. Another epic night on our Coast Starlight Express. Coast Starlight. Coast Starlight. What was he even saying there? Who gave this guy the mic? Anyway, many thanks as always, my dudes, for tuning in and, well, keeping me company. There's a reason Murphy wasn't a cameraman, and this is the exact reason. Let's just leave the camera here, shall we, and stop messing. Anyway, just want to say a big, huge thanks to everyone for tonight. All the new subscribers, all the donations, the new members, promotions, the whole shebang. I really do appreciate it, my guys. Everyone should remain safe and relaxed until Wednesday night, and we do it all again. Looking forward to it. Keep an eye on the YouTube and Discord channels for any updates to the channel. I shall once again put a link to our Discord. Be sure to check it out. Feel free to ramble over. There's a welcome mat. Leave your drama at the door, ramble in, and do your thing. And if you're leaving, take the drama with you. It'll be grand. But until the next time, thank you all so very, very much for tuning in. I've had an absolute blast tonight. Some great flying with all the fireflies. To everyone here in the chat for keeping us company. Even the lurkers hiding in the background. And a big tip of the cap to our moderator team as well. Many thanks to one and all. Fantastic work as always. Until Wednesday, so look after yourselves, stay safe, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Wow.